Okay, so welcome everyone to the December 2022 meeting of the Committee of Adjustment for the Town of Tecumseh. Probably be a pretty short meeting. We only have one application this evening, so first roll call, we note that Paul Jobin, and who else is not here?
Chris Carpenter, oh, he is here now.
He's here.
Okay,
yeah.
all right, very good. So yeah, the remaining members are all present.
Okay, so
Hello, everyone.
there's a remaining member. Hi, Tony.
How's everyone?
Okay,
Good.
very good. I just started the meeting, Tony, so we're into it. Call the meeting to order at this point. Is there any disclosure of pecuniary interest? Seeing none. We have minutes of the November 28th meeting were pre-circulated, and Daniel,
So moved, Mr. Chair.
I'm sorry.
I moved to accept the minutes, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Supported by Tom. All in favor? Carried. Okay, so this evening we have one application, and I think the Evanses are with us.
Yes.
And so welcome to the meeting. Donna, would you like to read the application, please?
Application for minor variance, A1922, David and Margaret Evans, 12310 Riverside Drive. The purpose of the application is to seek relief from subsection 5.251BI of zoning bylaw 1746, which establishes that where lots abut Lake St. Clair, a garage may be built in the front yard provided it is not built closer to the front lot line than the minimum distance required by the bylaw for the main building, which is 7.6 meters, 24.9 feet for the subject lot. The applicant is proposing to construct a 59.5 meter, 640 square foot accessory building in the front yard, having a front yard setback of 5.35 meters, 17.5 feet, in accordance with the sketch attached. Please note that the notice of public hearing, which was based on the applicant's sketch, incorrectly identified the front yard depth as 6.1 meters, 20 feet, because it wasn't measured perpendicular to the front lot line in accordance with the requirements of the zoning bylaw. The property is designated residential in the official plan and zoned residential R1 in zoning bylaw 1746. No comments from engineering, none from the building department, no comments from fire. The above noted lands, Essex Region Conservation Authority's comments. The above noted lands are subject to our development interface with wetlands and alteration to shorelines and watercourses regulations under the Conservation Authorities Act Regulation 15806. The parcel falls within the regulated area of Lake St. Clair. The property owner will require and obtain a permit or clearance from IRCA prior to any construction on the site or alterations in accordance with Section 28 of the Act. Due to the size and nature of the proposed structure, non-habitable structure and less than 64 meters square, safe access requirement is waived for the works proposed in A-1922. The proposed development will also be required to meet the minimum floodproofing requirement. The applicant will require an IRCA permit number 461-22 to be issued prior to undertaking the proposed works. They have no objection to application for minor variance A1922.
Right. Okay, thank you, Donna. Mr. Evans, did you want to speak to the committee before we ask questions? Is there anything in the recital you just heard that needs clarification or anything?
I don't quite understand. I'm sorry, you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
I don't quite understand your interpretation. I've asked for a variance of 5 feet from the corner of the building to the lot line. making it 20 feet instead of 25.
Jed, can you help us?
Certainly, thank you, Mr. Chair. So the definition of front yard is based on the perpendicular distance from the front lot line and not from the building itself. So you would go perpendicularly from, at a right angle from the front lot line to the closest point of the building,
Oh, okay,
as opposed to perpendicular from the building to the front lot line.
okay. Okay,
The closest point of the building.
Okay, does that help, Mr. Evans?
You
Do you
understand?
have
yes,
anything
I
else?
understand.
Okay. You don't have anything else you want to say to us?
No,
Okay. Committee? Do you have any questions? Thomas?
Thank you, through you, Chair, to the, I guess, Chad or the applicant. There was no elevations shown on here. Is this just a regular two-door garage of standard height?
Standard height garage.
yes, the standard height, yes.
And what is the use of the garage?
It's a garage for my truck and her car.
Okay. Just a question, was there a animal haircutting place here or a trailer that was in the front yard?
There's a trailer in the front yard, a utility trailer. It's never been used commercially.
Okay,
That would be, I would get rid of that.
the trailer out front?
Yeah.
Yes, it's right, well, right now it's just storage.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Daniel?
Yeah, through you, Mr. Chair, to the applicant. It's obvious that you've got quite a long depth of property on the drive there. I'm just curious to know why you needed a committee of adjustment variance for the front yard setback when you could push the garage further onto the property.
Well, we didn't want to destroy a maple tree, which is in the middle of the yard. And to get access to a garage would have been difficult to leave the maple tree.
Thank you.
Okay. Laurie?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think this question could be posed to administration about sight lines. And the question in reference to, I guess, the point of the proposed structure that's closest to the lot line. Has, I guess, a review been done to identify if there are any risks to pedestrians or to vehicles exiting the property onto Riverside Drive? Does this proposed setback, the variance in the required setback, pose an issue in terms of sightlines?
I don't wish to.
Through you, Mr. Chair, to Ms. Chadwick, we did look at that. It was one of the issues we thought needed to be addressed. And we concluded that we're comfortable with the setback of the garage from both the sidewalk and the traveled portion of the road. We don't believe that there will be any impact on the safety of people using that sidewalk or those exiting the site onto the road. There's adequate space to, in fact, there's adequate space to fit an entire vehicle between the garage and the sidewalk location. And there are other obstacles in the way that might block the view of someone before the garage would ever become a factor. And just going back to the previous question regarding height, it's by definition, the bylaw is 15 feet in height, which is in accordance with the maximum height for accessory structures.
Chad, I'm going to interpose a question here. There's a property, 3 or 4 lots to the east,
Yes.
to the southeast, that has a garage that from the overhead mapping looks like it's on the lot line.
Yes.
So I think that's probably another consideration to take. That one's been there for a while and hasn't posed any issues. So.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, you're correct. It's not ideal, but it's historically, a lot of these garages were constructed very close to the front lot line for lots on the north side of Riverside Drive. But that one would be more of a concern if they're proposing to go that close to lot line today.
Okay, anybody else? Tony?
Through you, Mr. Chair, I guess my only question would be is, there is a van there that does operate the dog grooming business. Is there any intent of running the business out of the garage?
Okay, the van that runs Poochie's dog grooming business, she's 2 doors down from us.
And,
Okay,
and she's
my apologies.
going to remove it, I guess, eh?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know, look to me like if you want a garage and a laneway going into it, that van, that trailer can't be there. I don't know how you get around it, but okay. Anything else? Thomas? You're on mute, son.
Sorry about that. There's no elevation, so this is just a typical peaked roof. This is not a flat or a single plane sloping roof.
No, it's a normal roof.
Normal triangle type roof.
I mean, the plans are all here. The plans are with the city here.
Okay. All right. And there's no variance on the side yard setback, correct?
None.
Okay. Okay, I'd be prepared to make a motion at the appropriate time.
No time like the present, Thomas.
Okay, so based on a review of the property, I think that the application meets the 4 tests. It's minor in nature. I think the concerns have been addressed. So I would make a motion to approve the application A19-22. And I don't think there's any, just subject to the normal conditions approval from the building department, drainage, and the IRCA.
Okay, supported by Daniel. I assume, Daniel?
That's correct.
Okay, any discussion on the motion? Call for the question, all in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thanks very much, gang. And thank you, Mr. Evans, for your attending, and Mrs. Evans.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So find my agenda here. I don't think there were question about deferrals. Chad, do you have any information about the one application that's been deferred twice now?
Yep, Mr. Chair, we met with engineering and there will be a report going to council early in the new year with respect to the policy framework related to development within the Maidstone Hamlet.
Okay. Good, thank you. I'm glad we could get to that. Any unfinished business other than that? Any new business, Donna? No new business?
None.
Okay. We kind of understood that maybe new appointments for next year would be done tomorrow night, but they're going to council tomorrow night. and they'll likely pass a bylaw at their meeting in January. So we might be on the hook for one more meeting before they do that. But I'm sure that Donna will let us know the situation after tomorrow night.
I will.
And I noticed from the report to council for tomorrow night that Mr. Hofgardner didn't put his name in. And so I want to take this opportunity to thank Daniel for his support and his work on the committee. And we're sorry to see you go, but have fun. That real estate background is really helpful to the committee, that's for sure.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay.
Chair. I want to thank all the committee members for meeting you and spending time on these meetings. I enjoyed them. Unfortunately, other than the one meeting last meeting at the local restaurant, I didn't get to meet everyone personally, but hopefully in the future. Thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you, and have an enjoyable future activities. Anybody else got any comments? No? All right, so I'll call for adjournment. Tom and Lori? All in favor? We're adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you all. Merry Christmas.
Yep. Merry Christmas.
Bye, everybody.
Take care.
Thank
Have a good
you.
night.
Holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays.
Ho, ho, ho.
All right, Mr. Chair. Have we
Okay,
stopped recording? Not quite.
says it's going there and it's still live too.
Yeah. I'm not sure how to end the recording, so.